Eileo guys, and welcome back. So today I figured I would share with you guys a game I've been playing off and on for roughly about a month right now. This game is called Astral Chronicles. It's currently in soft launch. I'm not sure if what's going on with the servers when they do launch, but yeah, as you guys can see, I am level 34. The game, obviously the artwork is very beautiful. I definitely love the combat, which I'll include at the later part of this video because I don't want it to be too long, and the combat's kind of wonky, at least on the emulator. Like, there's big frame drops for some reason, but it runs perfectly fine on my phone, and just depending on the battle, for some reason, like, it just struggles, which is weird because my computer can handle it. But anyways, so I am level 34 at the moment, and we can just take a look at my party real quick. They have, you know, your traditional warrior, you have your tank, you have archers, you have healers, and I don't have a sorceress in my party right now, or sorcerer. I don't know why I'm saying that word, but I don't have a mage basically in my party right now. But I've been running 2 healers, archer, so long range DPS, a tank, and the warrior. What's unique about this game though is your main character, which I actually picked a waifu instead of the guy. The main character, you can actually change your class at any time. So originally I had started the game off as a guardian, but I found very quickly that guardian, at least for my main character at that point in time, wasn't for me. I feel like I needed more DPS, so I could change over here to a warrior, and I've been a warrior ever since. I haven't really tried sorcerer or chanter or ranger, but I mean, I definitely will give them a shot later on, depending on how well that my parties synergize with each other, because there might be scenarios where you need to change depending on what type of, you know, units that you pull. But I think that's very unique, because other games you may be able to choose a nat 5 or nat 4 or whatever, but it's, you know, it's bounded by whatever it is, and like, that's all you get. So people spend time re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling. Not saying you can't do that with this game, but I think that's a pretty unique feature, and I do take advantage of it. And another thing I want to mention, this is only for your main character, but you guys can see that we have all the classes over here as well, and there's a big stat investment so far in warrior, because obviously I've been using warrior. But what's interesting though is, just by doing what I consider part of your dailies, you get these fragments and these pieces, and you can upgrade stats of each class that you have. This goes with all the characters as well. So if you're archer or a ranger, obviously you have to invest only in ranger skills. But with your main character, you can invest in all the skills, and all of those stats transfer over. So it's not like you're investing in something and you're just wasting your time because it doesn't translate over. If you need to somehow change your warrior into a chanter, that chanter could hopefully do some good DPS as well. So that's very interesting mechanic to have. And I'm going to go over here to my tank. It does follow the normal star system. I have a rare H10. She is 4 stars right now. It looks like the max is 5, and her rating is actually pretty good. And we can take a look at her mastery and stuff like this. It increases attack speed, physique, crit, you know, light resistance, water resistance. If you guys played games like Final Fantasy, you'll understand that this is very similar to like a spear grid, where what you do now doesn't really matter too much. But once you get later in the game and you've invested into a couple of these slots, then you're going to find out that, hey, actually this is starting to add up. You know, my character's a lot stronger than what they were before, which is actually pretty cool. And I also forgot to mention, with your main character, depending on your bonds with other characters, if we go over here to skills, you can actually add in passives. Like, you get these 5 moves for whatever class that you are, but these 5 passives is all by your choice. It's all dependent on your bond with other characters. But as you guys can see, I have agility, vitality, bravery, and ghost prison. I mean, bravery is amazing. Deals 40% additional damage to units above 75 HP. This one increases my HP by 10%. This one increases my dodge rate by 20%. That is huge. That is beautiful. They give you multiple slots so you can plan accordingly depending on what you're using, which is, again, is great. I've only been using this one. But overall, I do find the game very refreshing. In terms of what I have seen in the past, it's definitely very fun. I do feel like it's equipment based as well, because I've been trying to do harder stuff, but my gear just has not been up to par, so I've been getting rocked. And then we have Manjusaka, who's a super rare. So again, it follows tradition to the super rare, super rare, rare. I haven't really seen normals. I'm not sure if normals even exist. I've only seen rares and above. And there's also one other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, this game's full of waifus, which is great, which is amazing. But where is it? And they each have their own individual skills, so it's very important to read that. But as you guys can see over here, I have 2 super rares basically. She doesn't really count because everyone gets her. I have a whole bunch of rares, and the characters with stars are the ones that I have fed to the one character because I had duplicates, which actually I think might get you the furthest in this game by pulling duplicates and getting your rares up. It seems like that's probably the way to go for this game. But I found the game pretty entertaining. Again, I'm just going to show some combat right here. This is just, I guess you could say, a first impressions video or just my take on it so far. I'm not saying the game's perfect. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm like, hey man, I'm going to share this with you guys, see if you like it. And if you do, feel free to try and give it a download and start playing with your boy. I would love to see you guys in the game. But I'm going to end this just with some combat just to show you guys what's going on here without getting too in-depth into it. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
「絶望なさ